Hey, it's Devo Brown alongside Teri Hart, and the holidays, best time for you to sit down, relax, throw on your PJs, and binge your favorite shows. But there's so much out there. People get overwhelmed, so we've got some of our picks for y'all. What are you going to start with?
I'm going to start with Mindhunter.
You know, there's a lot more like me. Do you think so?
I binged this show. It's a 12 episodes, takes us back to the 70s when the FBI first started figuring out how they investigate serial killers. We actually hear them coin the term serial killer.
Serial killers.
New terminology.
Great performances, and it comes from the mind of David Fincher, who made Zodiac and Seven, so he knows his way around this kind of creepy crime world really well.
How do we get ahead of crazy if we don't know how crazy thinks?
You know what? I'm going to do a little bit of reading over the holidays, well, in the form of subtitles.
El Chapo.
Mexican drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman has escaped.
El Chapo is one of my favorite shows right now. Second season was just released. If you're a fan of the Narcos kind of series that's been going on, this takes place, of course, in Mexico. The Sinaloa cartel, the notorious El Chapo, Joaquin Guzman, one of the biggest drug lords of all time.
My next pick is also a second season, The Crown, Season 2.
One always has to accept one's own part in any mess.
I mean, have we ever been more obsessed with the royal family? We've got the Harry and Meghan wedding coming up in 2018, and this takes us back to Grandma's days and figuring out kind of the marriage, rich production values. This is one that you can get through in a few days if you keep those PJs on.
But as head of the Commonwealth, can I not be permitted just once to defend it?
Black Mirror, technology, science, and our not-so-distant future all coming together.
It's hard to imagine a bright future, but we can. And we must.
These stories are very relatable because it kind of takes what we're already going through, whether it's a dating app, and kind of expands on it, makes it a little more sci-fi and a little more scary on what our world could be like if we're not careful.
How long can happiness realistically last anyhow?
The cool thing about this, a different cast, a different director for each episode, so it never gets boring, and the new season drops in just a few days.
All right, I'm looking for that one. I've got to catch up on 3 seasons. That's a lot of binging.
Oh, dear.
And finally, if you want a one-shot, check out Okja. It is a great movie. I made Devo watch it. He fell in love with it.
I loved it. It was great.
We are animal lovers. Our plan is to expose Miranda, rescue Okja, and bring her back to you.
Amazing performance by Tilda Swinton, Jake Gyllenhaal, and it's the same director that made Snowpiercer. This was a Netflix original. The message is great for everybody. So, there are our picks.
There's our picks. Let us know yours at NCity. Happy Netflix binging. Happy holidays, y'all.